This is the SCM C30G Universal Combination Machine. It's the 4-function version of this machine. The first function is the saw. The saw is fitted with a 250mm blade. It has a maximum cutting height of 75mm when set at 90 degrees and 60mm when set at 45 degrees. There's a sliding table with a 120mm stroke. The sliding table crosscut fence has a calibrated scale and adjustable stop with a 1200mm capacity. It also has a rip fence which allows up to 540mm rip capacity. The spindle molder shaper has a 30mm diameter shaft with a maximum useful spindle height of 75mm and will accept cutter blocks up to 160mm. It comes with a large die-cast fence with aluminium adjustable fence boards. I also bought a ring fence and a tenoning hood and tenoning plate. It has 2 speeds, 4000 and 6500 RPM respectively. The other 2 functions are the planer jointer and the thicknesser. The planer jointer has a 300mm wide capacity and 3mm depth of cut. The bed length is 1200mm. The rip fence is reversed on the machine to double as the fence for the jointer. There are 3 different cutter heads available: a standard 3mm cutter block, a 3-blade terza cutter head, or a spiral cutter head. I have the terza head. Finally, the thicknesser has a 300 by 200mm capacity. So I have this new tool and now I need a project, so luckily the wife has one for me. We've some garden furniture. As you can see, it's in rather decrepit shape, so I've said I'll do my best to tidy this all up. So I've bought some Morocco and I'm going to use the new machine to machine new wooden boards and to strip back and paint the cast iron furniture. So hopefully it'll look alright. Now that the I finished planing the wood, I'm going to show you how to change functions. So the first thing to do is we remove the fence, which is locked in place by this handle. Sorry, I haven't adjusted the camera properly there, so you can't really see that too well. Next, then you remove the mounting bar that the fence clamps onto. I think I may have been talking at this point and trying to explain what I'm doing. Then we remove the blade guard, or flip it over out of the way. I'm now removing the dust extraction from the hood. Now there's a locking lever under the table that you have to disengage in order to swing this out of the way. At this point I discovered that the blade guard might be better in this position here in order to swing the hood up, or swing the table up. Only the back table moves, the front one is fixed. You can see there's a wee lever there that prevents the table from falling down, and then you just flip over the dust hood to cover the blade again, and that's it, ready for thicknessing. And then I just attach the dust extraction system to the tool. Okay, so this is the working end of the machine effectively. Here you have your on-off switch. You have this machine comes with 3 separate motors. So you have a separate selector for each function. So the saw function is straight up. The planer and thicknesser function is here, and the spindle motor function is here, and it's just rotating that switch. This is the on-off switch here. There's an emergency stop on this side of the machine, and there's also one on the other end of the machine. Strangely enough, I don't see one here on the spindle side, which I thought might have been something that they did. This lever here turns on or off the mechanical feet for the thicknesser, the hand wheel for setting the depth, and the table rises and falls on a central pillar, which is a good thing, and a step up from my last record planer thicknesser, which was 4 posts and on a chain. One full turn is 2 mil, I believe. There is no fine adjuster on it. There's no digital scale or anything out there. The scale's on a fairly crude mechanism in here. Basically it's just a metal plate that runs up and down a scale on the side. Again, it might be something I might be interested in the future, to get a digital thickness set, but for now it's okay. As you can see, it's a 16 amp connection to this machine, and as I said before, there are 3 separate motors, each of which I believe are 2.2 kilowatts. Here you have the rising and fall of the saw blade, and there's a second knob on the front of that there to lock the blade at the height. This knob here then controls the tilting mechanism, and again there's a wee key on the side of it to lock that in place. I should say on the thicknesser side, at the back here you can't really see it, but there's a wee screw that screws down onto the top of the shaft and holds the height at whatever setting you have set it at. So as you can see, not very hard at all to move up and down. I'm just doing this with my fingers. I'm not really having to put a lot of effort into it. And I want to set this for roughly 70 mil, or 1 3/4 inches. I'm actually going to set it just slightly bigger, so when I run it through the planer here, I'll take it down to the final depth on the next pass and just lock the height there.